we go. Yes. Okay. Oh. The deepest revolution also often starts in the human heart. Now I'm going to try to zip through this talk because the meditation went a little longer, and so hang with me. Stay awake because it might move pretty quick here. And some of these slides, if you want to take a picture of them, please do. Please share on your Facebook, whatever, your social media platform. We need to get our message and let people know that we are out here with a positive message. The deepest revolution often starts in the human heart. This feels so true, especially to me, for the times that we live in currently. The world doesn't always change from the top down. It doesn't change through power, politics, or programs. So often it changes when a person, maybe you or maybe me, choose to show up in love instead of shutting down, hiding behind the closed doors, right? True revolutions are not born from anger or control. They rise from quiet courage. Think about that. Think about many of us in our lifetime and many of us currently. What you're witnessing starts with quiet bravery. The deepest revolution doesn't start out there. Where does it start? With me. Me. In my heart, not with my brain, my heart. The heart is the driver. Reminds me of a story of a woman who found her, she was attending an evening service at the cathedral, just regular mass, and a storm came in and the lights, power went out, and the cathedral was dark. And there were some people that were panicking, and one woman searching her purse found a pack of matches and lit her match. And it just started softly illuminating the entire cathedral. And then others followed suit with nowadays with their cell phone flashlight. And pretty soon the whole cathedral was illumined. That's how deep revolutions start. One flicker of light can change an entire room. One flicker, one brave person willing to be courageous and step out. And I'm looking at so many of you that I know do this in many subtle ways. Subtle ways. I mean, I watch it on Sunday mornings. I watch it on Saturday nights when the texts start coming through. I'm sick. I can't do the daily word. Tony, can you do the daily word for me? I can't. I'm not here to usher. My partner, Linda, has broken both her elbows. That's Renee. Partner Linda has broken both of her elbows. I can't be of service. I normally would help on fellowship. What happens? I watch one person say, oh, I'll bring more. One person I'll bring more. Next thing you know, fellowship is all taken care of today. These little acts make such a difference in just, we call them small ways, but they affected so many, not just one person. You know, like I said, Myrtle Fillmore says, you know, that which we focus on increases. You know, the deepest transformation begins in me. And when I lead in faith and love and hope and courage, things change in my world. I can't help it. There's a story, and maybe some of you know this name, Joshua Bell. He is a famous, world-renowned violinist. And he did an experiment, and he went with his, I don't know how much, what do you call it, Stradivarius? Am I saying that correctly? It's like the highest level of a violin, okay, worth, I'm just going to say lots of money. He did an experiment, and he went down in a subway and played the rendition of music that he is going to play that evening at Carnegie Hall. And if you can see, so it's the same man, the same music, and it's the same Stradivarius violin, and the only thing that changed was the stage, because people were so preoccupied, very few of them stopped, but, they just kept walking about their business, and here is this world-renowned violinist doing his concert, and they don't even know it. So the next picture is, and I don't know if you can see, but you've got to go from top to bottom. So the top where it's got a circle, okay, that's him. That's him off to the side in a subway playing, and look at people. I don't see anybody standing in front of him. And that's him, bottom is him playing in the subway. Now the next top picture is the lobby in Carnegie Hall, and there he is playing that same evening for thousands of people at $100+ a ticket. What changed? What changed? People focusing on appreciation. People in the subway were too busy. They were too busy to appreciate what was being played. That evening, people were willing to pay that amount of money to appreciate this artist. Appreciation changed everything. Not the music, not the person, not the instrument. That was all the same. Let's go to that next one, Dave. I'll keep it moving if I can. Every small act of kindness is a quiet revolution against a noisy world. Oh, is that not true today? And there is. Look, we talked about it in Sunday morning class today, about how people are showing up. I went down Compton Road, and there is a, I don't know what the actual nationality, so I'm just going to say there is a Chinese church on Compton Road. And they had a little real estate sign out there saying, food bank open today. They were lined out Compton Road to receive food. Now, you know what that takes to organize that food bank? It took one person with an idea, one brave person, to say, I'll lead it, and then got volunteers, and those volunteers were brave enough to say, I'll give up my Saturday because there's a need. And we are being called more and more in this world, people, to help each other. We're not staying in our own little cubicles anymore. People are being called to get out of your apartment, your home, get out of your car, and help somebody. We're being called. One person said, I'll take on getting shoes for these women. One brave soul said yes, and in comes a box. Think about this. There's so many stories I could tell you. Oh, let's go to the next one. I think I like this because I just love the VW bus. But anyway, healing isn't about sometimes just what? Sometimes it's just choosing peace over proving a point. Oh, that is me. Sometimes I want to prove my point. Anybody else do that? I just want them to understand. It's not about that. Sometimes it's just about choosing peace. Oh, I could go on with more stories about that one. Myrtle Fillmore says, do not lose heart. Love wins always. Marcy, the queen of the sending hearts all the time, right? Love always wins. In Corinthians it says what? Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. And you can't change your heart until you change your mind. And so the revolution starts from the heart, but you gotta have a mind change. As I say all the time from Catherine Ponder, you gotta get yourself into right thinking. Right thinking. Oh, I just love that. This is something I picked because I find it true for me. I have two voices in my head. One's always wanting peace and good stuff and positive affirmations, and the other one's always got a little public opinion over here. So let's go to that next one. Oh, I'm going to skip. Where did it go? Has a little bitty heart on it. Let's see what's next. Yeah. Why you need to lead with your heart. I'll help you because it's kind of maybe hard to read. Pride says it's impossible. You can't lead with your heart. Experience said if you lead with your heart, it's risky. Can you relate to that? Come on, be honest. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants a broken heart. Reason says it's pointless. The heart whispers, give it a try. Just give it a try. Again, Myrtle Fillmore says, we increase what we praise. All of creation responds to praise, and it is glad. I'll never forget when I'm in the generation where somebody started saying, what were those pet rocks, right? And they also had talk to your plants and they'll grow better. And I remember people thought that was insane thinking. Who in here talks now to plants? Who in here talks to your dog or cat? Right? And what increases? I don't know why that plant grows better. Well, of course it needs water. You know, I got to do my part. But why is that? Again, when we give gratitude, it increases. When we praise, when we appreciate, when we bless the good in ourselves, when we bless and appreciate in ourselves and others, we become part of a quiet revolution of love. We're quiet because we're out there just doing little things. Like, thank you for being the chaplain today. Oh, your hair and your outfit look so good. These are the little things we do. How many of you are nowadays finding yourselves more and more walking through a store and saying to a stranger, oh, I like your hair? Because it shifts, doesn't it? It shifts them, but who did it shift first? Me. I think I'm, being righteous. I'm being selfish because I feel good when I say that to somebody, and I mean it. I'm not going to just tell you I like your hair if I really don't like your hair, but it's just so easy because I like most people's hair, right? It's true. I did not know this, but did you know that the redwood trees, most of you know who I'm talking about, redwood trees, right? They are some of the tallest in the world, have incredibly shallow roots. I did not know that. How do they stand so tall and strong? Their roots intertwine beneath the surface. They're actually like holding on to each other under there. So when the winds are blaring or whatever other atmospheric things are going on, they literally grow. Did you ever notice how close they grow to each other? Right? They're working together to support each other. And isn't that true about us? When the storms come in your life, I'd say 90% of the time, do you, as Fred Rogers' mom says, look for the helpers? Or do you go and shut the door and face that storm all by yourself? Most of the time, we need each other, don't you? Why do we come together here on Sundays? I'll admit it. Why do I come here? Why do I keep doing what I do? Why am I not retiring? Because I need you. I need to stand in this forest with you. Because the storms out there can get pretty daggone hard for me during the week. And I need this. I need each and every one of you. I need community. Who in here needs community? We do, don't we? Larry, I look at how a community came out of the woodwork after your accident. And how many people you didn't even know that they knew you. And have helped weather that storm that you went through. We all have some kind of story. Oh my goodness, time is just going. Oh, am I done? Where in the heck is the ending at? Oh, I know, this is funny. But it came to me when I was doing research and I was doing this deep revolution, right? Now, yeah, I grew up in the 70s, but it's late 60s. So anybody know 1968, John Lennon? So you say you want a revolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world. You tell me that it's evolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world. But when you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out? I did not even realize I was singing that line as a kid. If you're going to talk about destruction, this is Mother Teresa. If you're going to talk about what I'm against, I have no part of it. Want to talk about what you're for? I'll be right there. That is so true of John Lennon's song, right? He even goes on down here. I mean, he talks about real solution. He talks about, but if you want money for people with minds that hate, all I can tell you is, brother, you have to wait. I'm not going to be there. Excuse me. Oh, I just thought that was pretty appropriate. When are things really going to change, people? That these songs from the 60s are still apropos today about the peace movement and love and change. I'll tell you, the one thing that's changed or improved is that science has shown us this isn't just a bunch of great words. This is scientific proof that this changing our mind and moving from our heart center is where the true revolution is. And we do it quietly, one person at a time. Let's see where we are. Dave, I'm probably going to skip a couple of these because of time. Let's go to the next one. That is good, though. That's another good one. There. Oh, that's a little hard to read, maybe. If we learn to open our hearts, anyone, okay, here comes the hard part, including the people that drive us crazy, can be our teacher. We talked about that in Sunday morning class, too. That they are the people that drive us crazy. Even on Facebook, even in the news. They can be our greatest teacher. And when you start to look at it that way, you change your mind and you open your heart center. And when you open your heart center, you're going to start a revolution. Isn't that cool? You started a revolution by walking in these doors today. Yes, you, Yvette. You and the kindness that you show with that beautiful smile of yours and your talent that you give us every Sunday. What a blessing. But here's something that I have learned probably 20-something years ago when I went through a seminar, and it said, man's longest journey is 18 inches. From the head to the heart. There's a slide here. Yep, there we go. Sufi saying the longest journey you will ever take is from your head to your heart. So I want you to just take a moment to take a deep breath right now. Just take a nice deep breath. I want you to bring your awareness to your heart. Can you do that? That quick? Bring your awareness to your heart center. Feel the steady rhythm. Feel the pulse of your heart through your imagination, or put your finger on your neck, or get your pulse and feel that continual beat. It's the pulse of your life itself. This is where God lives. God the good right here in you, in the pulse of your heart. Whatever storms may swirl around you, this love in your heart is your anchor. Let that love from your heart center expand, filling your mind with peace, your body with calm, and your world with light. And silently affirm, the deepest transformation begins with me. I lead with love, faith, and courage. And so it is. So let's go to the next one, Dave, and let's say it together. I just said it now. Ready? The deepest transformation begins in me. I lead with love, faith, and courage. Namaste. That revolution, that quiet revolution in me, truly sees and honors that quiet, peaceful, loving revolution in each and every single one of you. Namaste. Thank you.